With the internally exuberant guitarist Keith Richards on one side and the tireless Mick Jagger out front, Charlie Watts looked like a guy just doing a job. But that was part of his genius in the band, not competing with, but knitting its elements together. Besides, try to imagine the Stones' Satisfaction without his straight-ahead snare, or the marching tempo driving painted black.
I see a red door and I want it painted black.
In one of the world's hottest rock bands, Charlie Watts brought the jazz cool.
It seems simple on one level, but as a drummer, I'm telling you, he will open up the hi-hat in places where you don't expect, and he moves the song forward. And, there's not a single song that ends at the same tempo that it begins.
Born in London in 1941, he discovered jazz in his early teens, and then in his early 20s, a rock band called the Rolling Stones. But even when it became a global touring machine, the dapper drummer never looked for the spotlight.
There's a lot of different things to do. It's interesting, but it's a bit frantic. For me, it's too much.
This music writer says Watts is what kept the Stones together.
Charlie was probably one of the only people who could keep them in line, and who they both, I am very certain, respected deeply.
In 2004, when Watts was battling throat cancer, Keith Richards said, "If there's no Charlie, there's no Stones." As the news spread today, rock and roll royalty, Brian Wilson, Joan Jett, Robbie Robertson, and more all sang his praises.
Condolences to the Stones. This would be a huge blow to them because Charlie was a rock and a fantastic drummer.
Charlie Watts!
There's no word on whether the Rolling Stones will move forward, but Watts' signature sound, that swinging backbeat, will continue resonating as long as their music is played. Eli Glasner, CBC News, Toronto.